Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts finding Goedert there. First down, Philadelphia. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Hurts gets this to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hurts. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost him a ball game?
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 82 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The 20. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain, and it'll be 1st down, Eagles.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They hand off to their big tight end. 7 yards there and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Goff now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Running right, here's McAllister. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Hurts to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Finding room at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. Leaping, and he makes the grab. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
It's nice to see Jamison Williams recovered from his knee injury suffered in the college football playoff in 2022. And we already knew that his speed was some of the best in the game. And that's a big reason why Detroit traded up to pick him 12th overall. So early said taking a receiver since 2007. That pick being Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson. Nice job there by Williams, using some of that speed there to pick up a first down.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw again. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw again. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Sanders on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe you're...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff as his guys are able to extend their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused. And here,
and in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A handoff to McAllister, and he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Sliding out of the pocket. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 53 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's got it down to the 28.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running right, here's Sanders. Tackled by the safety, Bubba Bolden. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now, Goff. Screenplay to McAllister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, wide open, complete. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Detroit, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Commanders come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.